As you guys are probably already aware, the way accounting is being done today is changing right before our very eyes. In fact, technology is creating more demands in our modern world and forcing people and systems to be more efficient and proficient, okay? And small business owners are more interested than ever before in taking their products and services to the world. And guess what? We have a solution for that. QuickBooks Online incorporates all the key features that QuickBooks Desktop has to offer. And with new cloud technology, it has the capability of doing even more. So today, I'm going to discuss 4 big features of QuickBooks Online. 1, anytime, anywhere access. You guys know, like I know, amidst responding to emails, making calls and taking calls, life can get a bit hectic. And having technology at the tip of your fingers can make life less stressful and running your business a bit easier. Number 2 is easier navigation. We want to make sure that when you move from QuickBooks Desktop to QuickBooks Online, that your experience with navigating through QuickBooks Online is much like it is in Desktop. And 3, the accountant feature. Well, we want to make sure that you and your accountant are able to work together in your file as seamlessly as possible. And 4, automatic integration with your online banking. We want to make sure that your online banking experience with QuickBooks Online is as easy as it's ever been. Our goal for this video is to eliminate any challenges or concerns you may have with moving from QuickBooks Desktop to QuickBooks Online. Let's take a peek. Anywhere, anytime. Well, what do I mean by that? I mean that you can access QuickBooks Online on any iOS or Android platform. Well, what does that look like for you? Well, let's say that you just came out of the best appointment of your life, and whether it was at a coffee shop, at the client's home, or maybe at their office, and you knew that you didn't have time to send that invoice at the end of the day. Well, guess what? You can pull out your iOS or Android device, and you can send that email to that client right then and there. In fact, I want to show you how simple this is. So we're going to click on QuickBooks Online, right? We're going to choose the Customer tab and choose Kevin James. And at the top right, we're going to click the plus symbol. We're going to choose Invoice. And let's pretend you're running a consulting firm, so you're going to bill him by the hour. So we're going to choose hours here. You actually spent 2 hours with Kevin James today. And because you're really good at what you do, you charge $200 an hour. And the tax we're choosing is HST, okay? So we're just going to click Save at the top right. Now the next screen, you see the little arrow symbol. This is where we're going to send the invoice from. You have several options here, but we're going to email it. All his information has been readily populated. This is the preview of the invoice he's going to see. And here we go. We click Send. And that's how easy it is to send an invoice using QuickBooks Online. The second feature I want to discuss with you guys is how easy it is to navigate through QuickBooks Online. The purpose of the design was basically to minimize the learning curve. So let me show you how simple it is to navigate through the interface. Let me show you how easy it is to work through QuickBooks Online. I'm going to point your attention to 3 main areas that you're going to use to navigate through the program. The first area, as you may notice, here where my mouse is located, is the left side toolbar. This toolbar is going to allow you to access your customers or suppliers, and you can see many options down here, but let's just talk about your customer and suppliers for right now. If I were to click on this tab, I would be able to create a new customer and also create an invoice for that customer. In addition to, if I was to click on this tab, the suppliers tab, I'll be able to create a new supplier and a bill or check expense for that supplier. Now let's move over to the top middle navigation toolbar. This toolbar is going to allow you to create forms for either customers, suppliers, or even employees. So let's click on it. So you can see the different columns that are here for customers, suppliers, employees, and others. Well, in the customer column, you can see where you could create invoices, receive payments, and estimates right away. And in the suppliers column, you can see how you could create expenses, checks, or bills immediately. Now, for example, let's say that you wanted to find the most recent transaction that you actually created. Well, this tab next to that plus icon is a Recent Transactions tab. And this will pull up the most recent transactions that you've created in QuickBooks Online. Now, what if that transaction isn't actually there? Well, you go down here to the word More and you click on this, and this would actually bring you to all the transactions that you created in QuickBooks Online. And see how you can filter it to all transactions. Now, what if you didn't want to work through that list and kind of scroll through to find a transaction and you actually knew the transaction number you were looking for? Well, you click on the magnifying glass, and let's say that the transaction that we were looking for was 1004. Click on Go. It'll open up transaction invoice of 1004. It's really that simple. So let's close this screen here. The next tab that I want to bring to your attention is the Company tab. So if we click on the Company tab, this will give you access to your settings. So you see where it says Company Settings. This is similar to the preferences in QuickBooks Desktop. And if you wanted to create products and services, well, you click on the Products and Services list, and you're able to create products and services in this screen. Let's go over to the Your Company column here. Now, your account here is where you're going to access all the billing information for your account. And Manage Users is where you're going to create users for QuickBooks Online. And you could take note of the Sign Out tab as well. Okay. Now, the last thing I want to bring to your attention is the Help feature in QuickBooks Online. If you had any challenge whatsoever with QuickBooks Online, creating accounts or creating invoices or setting up your expenses, or you wanted to look at a profit and loss report and you weren't sure how to find it, all you have to do here is type whatever that challenge is, and this will direct you to our online community, which you'll be able to find various articles and different help tools to show you how to find the items that you're looking for in QuickBooks Online. As you can see, QuickBooks Online is fairly simple to use. And I want to bring another thing to your attention before we close here. A good rule of thumb with QuickBooks Online is to follow the red. So as you can see, I have 4 invoices that are overdue, totaling $50. And if I were to go over to the Activities feed, you could see those 4 invoices sitting here. And if I were to click on one of the invoices, when it opens up the invoice screen, I can receive the payment from there. With QuickBooks Online, it's that simple. The third feature I want to discuss with you is how QuickBooks Online is going to make it easier for you to work with your accountant. For example, let's say that you had a particular challenge that you couldn't solve and you need your accountant's help with. Well, they're going to take the time to come over and they're going to take the time to work on that issue with you. Well, what if you could save that time and money and invest it back into your business? See, QuickBooks Online gives your accountant the ability to be able to solve any issue that you may have in the comfort of their own office. Let me show you a quick example of how this can work for you. So as you can see, I have QuickBooks Online open. And just to give you a rundown of the scenario, basically I created a bill and I'm going to open it up here. Now I wasn't exactly sure what account to post this bill to. So through the bill, I created a message and I sent it to my accountant. And this is what I said. Did I assign this bill to the right account? Now after I posted that message, QuickBooks Online immediately sent an email to my accountant letting him know that I've created a message for him. Now my accountant opened up the message and he opened up QuickBooks thereafter and he responded. Change the account to advertising instead of new advertising. So as you can see, QuickBooks Online allows you and your accountant who's in a different location to work together seamlessly. The fourth and final feature I want to discuss with you is how QuickBooks Online is going to automatically integrate with your online banking. So let's say that after long days of work, you actually forget to enter transactions inside of QuickBooks Online. Well, guess what? There's no need to worry. QuickBooks Online has this really neat feature that's going to automatically download transactions into QuickBooks Online for you. So this means you never miss a transaction. These are just some of the benefits that QuickBooks Online will bring to you. And no matter where you are in your business, QuickBooks Online is going to help you simplify the business of life.